Okay, good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to discuss the day 3 of quarter 4, week 3 of science 8, applying uniform circular motion concepts or applying in worded problem. Objectives: analyze how speed affects centripetal acceleration and force. Solve numerical problems involving centripetal acceleration and force, and value accuracy and persistence in solving physics problems. Okay, sample problem. A jeepney with a mass of 8,000 kilograms travels at a steady speed while going around a rotonda with a radius of 17 meters. Determine the centripetal acceleration and the centripetal force acting jeepney when it moves at 36 km per hour and 54 km per hour. Meaning we are going to compute for two different cases. So yung isang case, yung magkaiba sila ng speed, ano po, yung isa 36 km at yung isa 54 km per hour. Meaning magsasolve tayo ng dalawang centripetal acceleration and dalawang centripetal force. In solving problem, we are going to find first the given. What are given? Okay, mass, we have 8,000 kg, radius 17 meters. And then the velocity or the speed, yung dalawang speed, 36 km per hour and 54 km per hour. Okay, required for finding the centripetal force, first speed is 36 km per hour and the second speed is 54 km per hour. Okay, what we're going to use or what are the formula? Okay, for centripetal acceleration, we are going to use the V squared over R. Yung A sub C po, ang ibig sabihin niyan, centripetal acceleration. And then the V is the speed and then the R is the radius. And then for centripetal acceleration, we have M times acceleration or centripetal acceleration. Before you can compute the centripetal force, we have to compute first the centripetal acceleration for two different cases. Before we use the formula, we have to convert first the speed from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Bakit po? Because the standard unit for speed is meter per second. So tandaan natin yan, pag magsosolve tayo ng problem, dapat naka-indicate muna siya sa standard unit. So convert natin sa meter per second. The first one, i-convert muna natin yung kilometer to meter. Okay, ang conversion po dyan is ita-times natin siya sa 1,000 because for every kilometer, 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meter. So, i-cancel na out natin yung kilometer. Ang matitira po is meter per hour. So, that is 36,000 meter per hour. Okay, yung hour naman, i-convert natin sa second. Ayan. 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So, i-times natin 36 times 1,000 times 1 divide by 3,600. The equivalent is 10 meter per second. Yan yung katapat po ng 36 km per hour. Okay, yung sa letter B, ganun din. Convert muna natin sa meter. Ang 1 meter is 1,000, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meter. That is 54,000 meter per hour. And then let us convert the R to second. Okay. The result is 15 meter per second. So, yan na yung speed. Okay, let us now compute the centripetal acceleration. Okay, the formula again for centripetal acceleration is the V squared divided by the radius. So, substituting now the formula, the V is 10 meter per second for the first one, for dun sa letter A. And then, i-square po natin yan. The result is 10 times 10, 100. And then, the unit, napansin natin, naging meter squared for per is second squared. Divide by 17 meters. So, ano dyan, makakancel out yung meter sa baba and then yung squared sa taas. Kasi nga, matitira na lang is meter per second squared. So, the acceleration is 5.88 meter per second squared. The standard unit for acceleration is meter per second squared. Okay, i-compute na natin yung centripetal force for the first one, doon sa unang speed, which is 10 meter per second. Okay, so again, the formula is mass times centripetal acceleration. Dahil nakuha na natin yung centripetal acceleration, mako-compute na po natin ang force by multiplying to the mass. So, nasa standard unit naman na po yung mass, which is kilogram, kaya wala na tayong i-convert dyan. So, ito times na lang natin. The result is 47,040 kilogram meter per second squared. Ang unit po na kilogram meter per second squared, ang katapat po niyan ay Newton. So, the standard unit for force is Newton. Okay, dun tayo sa letter B. Ganun din po, i-substitute natin yung formula. Sa formula, the speed is 15 meter per second. And then, squared natin yung 225. Paano nakuha yung 225? That is 15 times 15 because multiply by itself. Okay, the result is 13.24 meter per second squared. And then, compute natin ang centripetal force. Okay, same mass kasi isang sasakyan lang naman po yung nasa problem. Ang nagkaiba lang is the speed. Ayan, kung napansin niyo po, mas mataas yung acceleration pag mabilis yung speed. Tingnan nyo yung sa A, 10 meter per second lang. Yung sa B is 15 meter per second. Mas mataas yung centripetal acceleration sa B na kung saan mas mabilis yung speed. So, ganun din po sa force. Pansinin ninyo, sa centripetal force, the greater the acceleration, the greater the force. Tingnan nyo po yung force dun sa 15 meter per second sa letter B is 105,920 Newton. So, the greater the mass, the greater the force. The greater the force, the greater the acceleration. And then the greater the acceleration, the greater the force too. And ang naka-apekto po doon is the speed. The greater the speed, the greater the centripetal acceleration. And therefore, the greater the centripetal force. Okay, when the jeepney moves at 36 km per hour, it experiences a centripetal acceleration of 5.88 meter per second squared and requires a centripetal force of 47,040 newtons to stay on the circular path. When the speed increases to 54 km per hour, to yung letter B po, the jeepney's centripetal acceleration increases to 13.24 meter per second squared and the centripetal force needed rises to 105,920 newtons. So ito po yung mga standard sa System International ng units na ginagamit. Ang quantity po ay mass, ang symbol ng mass is M. So the unit used is kilogram. Yan po yung standard unit. Kaya kapag ang problem is gram ang na-given, you're going to convert first to kilogram. And then ang speed naman po is meter per second. So kung nakaya kilometer per hour yan, i-convert nyo sa meter per second before solving the problem. Sa radius naman po, ang standard unit is meter. Katapat po yan ng distance. The standard unit for distance is meter. Acceleration, the standard unit is meter per second squared. Force, the standard unit is Newton. Okay, centripetal force versus centrifugal force. Centripetal force is a real physical force that acts on an object moving in a circular path. This force always pulls the object toward the center of the circle, allowing it to continue moving along a curved path. Without this inward force, the object would move in a straight line. The centripetal force provides the centripetal acceleration needed to keep an object in circular motion. Examples of centripetal force include gravitational force that keeps planets orbiting the sun, tension in a string when an object is swung in the circle, friction between a vehicle's tires in the road when turning. Okay, centrifugal force is not a real force. So, kumbaga ito po yung sinasabing, ito lang yung nararamdaman natin or a pseudo effect. It is an apparent or perceived force that seems to push an object away from the center when the motion is observed from a rotating or non-inertial frame of reference. This sensation occurs because of the object's inertia, not because an actual outward force is acting. So, examples of centrifugal effects include feeling pushed outward when a vehicle makes a sharp turn. Yung kapag lumiko sa kurbada, parang sumandal tayo dun sa wall ng jeep. Yun yung feeling natin, yun yung centrifugal force. Water pressing against the sides of a spinning bucket. Okay, the key difference, summary, yung pagkakaiba ng centripetal and centrifugal force. So, ang centripetal is a real force. Yung centrifugal force is apparent or pseudo force. Direction toward the center, yung centrifugal is away from the center. The roll keeps objects moving in a circle. And then centrifugal force is a result of inertia in a rotating frames. Okay, for activity, okay, help learners explain how changes in speed affect centripetal acceleration and centripetal force in uniform circular motion. Ayan. Two bicycles are moving around the same circular track. Bicycle A moves at 5 meter per second. Bicycle B moves at 10 meter per second. Both bicycles have the same mass and travel along a track with the same radius. So, same radius, same mass. Ano kaya yung effect dyan? O, which bicycle has a greater centripetal acceleration? Siyempre, yung mas mataas pang speed. O, which bicycle requires a greater centripetal force? The same din, the greater the speed, the greater the acceleration, therefore the greater the centripetal force to stay on that path. So number 3, what happens to a centripetal force when speed increases? So the force also increases. Okay, B. A student swings a stone tied to a string in a circle. The student then swings it faster without changing the length of the string. Okay, what happens to the centripetal acceleration as the speed increases? So, kagaya nung sa first situation and then sa worded problem natin, the greater the speed, the greater the centripetal acceleration. What might happen if the string is too weak and the speed becomes very high? So, the tendency, maybe kapag umabot dun sa elastic limit yung string, it will break. Kasi mataas na yung tinatawag na centripetal force and then sa centripetal acceleration as the speed increases. Actually, nangyari po yan nung during our experiment nung sa physics nung sa major namin. So yung wire na nilagyan ng nilagyan ng coin. So kung mawala yung coin, natamaan yung isang teacher sa noo. So ang tendency po nagkaroon ng bukol. So sobrang lakas po niyan yung centripetal force kapag yan ay yung velocity niya kapag nag-release. Okay, situation C, a vehicle safely turns around a curved road at low speed but skids with turning at high speed. What force helps the vehicle stay on the curved road? Okay, that is the centripetal force. Why does increasing speed make it harder to stay on the curve? Because it requires greater force to stay on that curve. So, ang safety nga po niyan sa mga kurbadang ganyan, yung natutunan ko sa driving nung when I was in Honda, kapag nasa curve po, bago dumating ng curve, ang pinaka-technique dyan, whatever your speed, bago ka dumating sa curve, magbawas ka ng speed. Kahit mabagal ka, mabilis ka, magbawas ka. And then, kapag ikaw ay nasa kurbada na mismo, doon ka mag-increase unti-unti ng speed. So, mas maganda yung kapit ng sasakyan. Okay, concept check. Why must speed be converted to meter per second before using formulas? Okay, because that is the standard unit. How is centripetal force related to acceleration? So the higher the force, the higher the acceleration. The greater the centripetal force, the greater the centripetal acceleration. The greater the centripetal acceleration, the greater the centripetal force. Why speed is important in circular motion? Ayan. So, mas mahirap. Kaya kapag sobrang bilis, mas madalas na aksidente sa kurbada. Tanda po natin yun. Kasi mas mahirap pag-stay doon sa bilog. So, the greater the speed, the greater the force it requires to stay in the circular path. So, pag hindi na kinayang tendency, mag-i-straight ka. Straight line, following the tangent line. Okay, as the speed of an object in circular motion increases, the centripetal force blank. Anong sagot po?